He is a man who this week was described as the new Hugh Grant by someone who was obviously... by someone who's obviously never met or seen the old Hugh Grant. That's not fair. Will you please welcome Mr. Simon Pegg, ladies and gentlemen? Yo, Simon, what's up? What's up? What's up?
Huh?
So thought I'd start being a bit kind of trendy for the kids there. Do you ever say that? Have you ever said what's up? Do you give people the high five?
I always do that these days. What up, man? That kind of stuff.
Have you ever called your wife my bitch, ever?
Not to her face. In private, sure.
Well, welcome back home. You've been in America for a while. You've been filming over there for a big chunk of the last year.
Yeah, it's been a bit back and forth this year, but great fun.
OK, well, we're going to talk about the new movie in just a minute, but first of all, the one that I'm really psyched about, which isn't... I haven't even finished yet, is Star Trek.
Yes.
I can't believe you're in the new Star Trek movie. And I don't mean that in a bad way.
I can't believe I'm in the new
someone we know, isn't it? That's going to be so exciting. What can you tell us, if anything, about the new Star Trek project?
I can't. We're so gagged by Paramount. I mean, willingly so. We're not supposed to talk about it.
You don't want to spoil it?
I can't... Well, no, J.J. Abrams, who's the director, he doesn't want to spoil anything about it. So, I mean, when we were filming it, we used to go from set to the studio in covered, like, cloaks, in golf buggies covered in cloth.
So people couldn't see
to
you?
a tunnel, so there was no snappers could get us on the roof.
Wow, so they're really... secrecy's big thing.
Absolutely incredible.
And you play Yoda in it, is that right?
I play Yoda. Typecast again.
No, can we say what you're playing there?
Yeah, I'm playing Scotty.
You play Scotty?
Yeah.
What? She cannot take it, Captain. Remember Scotty? She cannot take it, Captain. That was kind of it, wasn't it?
That was what was said in the show, yes.
Do you do it in the Scottish... Are you a Scottish Scotty?
I am Scottish. I mean, I tried to approach the role like James Doohan did when he got the part, which is say, OK, the guy is Scottish, he works in space. I didn't try and do an impression of James Doohan.
But he's essentially, he's like the guy who would keep a big ocean ship going.
Yeah, he's
like
the
in a
engineer.
battleship or something.
Yeah.
He just keeps it going. So
and it's right that he's Scottish as well, because the Scots came up with all those amazing engineering inventions, so he's the Uber Scot.
I don't want to treat you like some kind of, like, you know, performing monkey here or anything
would.
like that. But we would love to hear a little bit of the accent.
I can't do that!
Why not?
Because I'll be sued in the face.
Sued in the face? Is that some sort of really aggressive legal tactic?
That's highly litigious nastiness. This parent will sue my arse off and stick it where my head should be.
What if you said it while I coughed? But then
I'll do it for you later, privately.
Oh, yeah. You're going to love that, aren't you?
But it's a weird thing. I can't do the accent because for that's
could you do,
kind of...
Could you do us the walk?
That's the walk, yes, like this.
She cannot take it, Captain! Because he works in a confined space below stairs.
I'm slightly bent.
I'm looking forward to it. No, we haven't got any photographs of this, but we've mocked one up to see what you might look like in the gear. Look at that.
That's exactly how I look.
OK, so where do you live now? You still live... Because when you're filming like that for a period... Now, when I know people who go off track, it seems so... It's such a strange life that you're away for such a long period, working away from home.
I still live in London. When I go to over there, I live with some friends in the San Fernando Valley.
Well, that's nice. So you have people around you, not totally...
Yeah, I don't like living in hotels. They drive me kind of crazy.
OK, so you're over there for a large period of time working, and you enjoy being in the States. Do they know who you are now? Because I know Spaced has a lot of fans, but it wasn't a kind of big network hit like it was over here.
Yeah, well, we launched it in... Weirdly enough, because of Shaun of the Dead and Hot Fuzz, Spaced came out in America on DVD this year after 8 years.
Wow, so it's a long
gap. Went to #2 in the Amazon charts and was huge, which was really nice, you know, to finally get that vindication.
I'm curious as well, because, you know, I love the show Spaced, and I love the performances, I love the idea, where it was set, I also love the way it was shot by very talented Edgar Wright, of course.
He's gone. He's in LA now.
He's in LA as well now.
Lost him.
Did they ever want to make a US version? Because normally
they tried
we never hear of it. So what happened?
They did it without asking us because we didn't own the rights to it. So they just... And then they used our names in the publicity, which kind of annoyed us.
So did they actually make one?
Yeah, they made a pilot.
Wow, what was it like?
Awful.
Who was in it? Awful people.
Yeah, no, they were okay. It wasn't the actors' fault. It was just they just didn't get it really, and it just
It's kind of all about the tone as much as anything. It's a very peculiar piece of work. There has to be.
Yeah, and it was. I have it at home. I'll bring it round when I come round.
Yeah, it's another thing everyone here will really enjoy.
You're so cool to me.
I apologise. The new movie, Simon Pegg is in his this week. I'm relieved to say it's great fun. I went to see it, and you know, you always worry when you have something on the show, am I going to like it enough to really be able to say genuinely I like it? And it's great. And you are, without doubt, the best thing in it. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
You don't have to tell the other actors that, but I felt that way. And it's just as well, because you're the star of it, of course. Tell me about the genesis of this, because it's based on a true story or true events in someone's life?
Yeah, it's based on the memoirs of Toby Young, the journalist who went over to New York to work for Vanity Fair, thinking he was going to sort of tear things down and be very sort of radical, incendiary. He ended up just kind of failing miserably over 5 years. And so the film is a kind of condensed version of that story.
You know what, I found, I know I've seen you do this before, but I was very impressed by the physical comedy you do. You do a lot of that. I mean, you do a lot of stuff which involves strange movements and falling over and stuff like that. There's a lot of acting as well. I don't mean to say...
That's all I've got, Jonathan.
No, I don't mean to say it's like a Lee Evans gig. You know, it's not like...
Yeah. Sorry, that was Scotty.
Yeah. But you do a lot of that as well. And do you enjoy doing that sort of thing? Because you don't see...
That's fine. Those kind of things, those kind of comedy basics, just falling over, that kind of stuff. It's kind of like... It's a relief to do that, because it's not so... it takes less effort.
Yeah.
But, you know, I do a lot of dancing in the movie. I do some really good bad dancing.
Yeah, yeah. Now, did that come easy to you, or are you yourself quite a proficient
It's tough.
dancer?
I'm a mover. I got some moves.
You got some real moves? You got some moves?
Yeah, I got the moves.
Seriously, have you got some moves?
I can boogie and break with the rest.
The thing is, I don't like dance properly, but I've come to the conclusion I've got some moves.
Really?
Yeah, no.
No, I'm not...
If I'm, you know, okay, a lot. You know, I work out a lot, right?
You do. You're
when I'm in the
fit man.
When I'm in the gym, occasionally go down. I throw some moves. I like to dance in the gym. The other day I went down to work out. I just danced the whole time.
Did you?
Yeah, because it was like a great show I was watching. It was like a free show.
What are you wearing?
I was wearing a vest and I had some shorts on. That was about it.
Go on.
And I took my watch off because I was really throwing some moves, you know, and I didn't want to hurt my wrist.
Of course.
But man, I was throwing some...
You need your wrist.
Do you want to throw a move for me now, right now? Should we do a bit of dancing for some moves?
You want we could do
Come on,
it.
let's do a bit of dancing.
How much to me?
Looking... No. Oh, no, that was horrible, wasn't it? I think that was horrible for everyone to watch. We hadn't planned on doing that. I don't know where they found the music from. I was going to sing well.
It was incredible.
It was like it was something we both wanted to do.
It felt very organic to me. Oh, dear Lord.
I think the audience will agree. I feel the best moves. OK, so... the movie itself takes place in kind of, what is it? It's nearly the present day, just a few years ago.
It's kind of, well, the book was set in '95, but the film is set now. It's kind of, because this is a time when that sort of celebrity worship is at a ridiculous high.
At a real high. You work with some great people in the film, of course.
I'm very lucky to, yeah.
You get to clinch with some very gorgeous young actresses.
I do. I'm in a sandwich with a couple of hotties.
Kirsten Dunst and Megan or Megan?
Megan.
Megan Fox. Now, listen, you're punching way above your weight.
I know. Mate, I know. But what's brilliant is that, you know, what a great job I've got.
I bet you did your Scottish accent for her when she asked.
My wife is Scottish, so, yeah. That's how I got my accent.
Is that where you got the accent from?
Yeah.
OK. When your wife gets angry with you, what does she do? Does she use any colourful Scottish phrases? Is that you?
You're trying to make me do Scottish accent.
No, that was really not on my mind.
She calls me something called heed the ball.
Heed the ball?
Heed the ball.
Are you sure she's not Iranian?
No, it means head the ball.
Head the ball?
Yeah, it's like for a bit of a foolish boy. Any Scots know that, yeah? Yeah.
Well, you sounded Scottish. Yeah! He's Scottish-Canadian. You're quite private about your personal life.
I try to be.
Quite right, too. Let's ask you some questions about it right now. It's more fun. OK. But we have Jamie here. What do you like at home? Do you cook at home? Are you handy in the kitchen?
I'm shamefully not a great cook. We've got all Jamie's books, and my wife is a better cook than me, but I'm good at... I'd like a bit of bread with a fish on it and some cheese.
What dish is that? Fish and cheese?
Fish bread cheese, you fool.
Oh, we call it fishy cheese bread in my house.
Sorry.
What kind of dish is that? Is it cooked or is it all raw?
Yeah, you know, you put, like, some tinned fish on some toast.
Tuna melts.
Yes. I used to be good at, like...
A fish cheese bread? You're like some sort of idiot. You go in a restaurant and go, I want meat, spud cheese.
That's exactly what I'm like.
That's exactly what you're like all the time.
I'm hopeless. I wish I was better. I really do. I kind of...
Have you ever tried, though, to be better? Have you ever gone through a recipe book and tried to do a proper meal?
Yeah, I have. I used to be good at cooking chilies and stuff, and I've, you know...
This was your student days, I guess, was it?
Yeah,
when you
of course.
Yeah.
But I watched Jamie's show and think, yeah, I can do that. That's pretty easy. And then I kind of...
Well, Jamie, is it true? Just about anyone can cook if they just put their mind to it, isn't that right?
Anyone.
Yeah. And so you could teach Simon a few things, couldn't you?
Easily.
Have you ever cooked cheese fish bread, Jamie?
Never.
No.
See?
So you could teach something back in return.
I'll teach him how to do it.
OK, what about for your wife? Let's talk about this. When's your next wedding anniversary, roughly?
July.
July, OK. For next July, you've got ages. Why don't you learn to cook something really special for her, something she likes? You say she's Scottish?
Yeah.
Like a Mars bar in batter. I don't want to play the cliches here, but that's quite a romantic meal.
It is.
Okay.
Or I could take her to a restaurant.
Yeah. Maybe do something like that. You should learn it.
I know,
if you want to learn, you could do it.
Absolutely. It's far better to cook than it is to order in, I think, and that's something I should do more.
Yeah, and you'd be healthy as well, although you look after yourself from the look of things.
A little, not as much as I was when I was doing Hot Fuzz, to be honest.
Yeah, but you got in good shape for that, didn't you?
Yes.
That was a tremendous film. Wasn't the Hot Fuzz a great movie? Hot Fuzz, Shaun of the Dead, they were great. Did anyone see One Fat Boy Run, by the way?
Shut up!
No. Well, here's the thing, because I love seeing you in movies, and that was good. You were good in it, some fun things in it, but I miss seeing you with Nick Frost, because it's such a great on-screen partnership, and I know obviously you both do separate things elsewhere, and you're going to do a third film. There was Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, and there is a third film planned together.
Well, we're actually doing another 2 films. Nick and I have written a film together, which we're going to shoot out in New Mexico next year, which is kind of like a little side project. And then Edgar and me will get together and write the third one in the trilogy of, of Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz.
Because they're kind of a loose trilogy, because they're essentially it's not really a...
They're linked by, like, ice cream and sort of generic film types. This one with Nick is going to be directed by Greg Mottola, who did Superbad. So,
oh, wow, well, fantastic.
Yeah,
and what's the third film in this sort of, like, loose trilogy? What's the theme going to be? Because the first one, obviously, you have a love of zombie movies, Romero movies in particular. Yeah. The second one was your love of, like, bad cop movies of the 80s and early 90s, I guess. What's the third one?
I can't really say. We're trying to keep it close to our chest. You know what it is? These days, the internet, don't hate me, the internet is such a tool for information. If you say the tiniest thing, it gets out there and everybody knows it. It's so infuriating. It's so infuriating, Jonathan. Right, I sounded very prim then.
I bet it's going to be science fiction.
Might be.
Yeah, it's going to be, because your first love and Nick's first love are the Star Wars movies.
Well, not anymore.
Yeah, I know, they were terrible.
They've gone off, haven't they? But no, it's the road movie one with me and Nick is like 2 comic book geeks. It's going to start at Comic-Con.
That's great, but we're not asking about that right now.
Do you want me to do the Scottish accent?
Do a little bit of Scottish before you go, and then I'll leave you like that. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen, this is your first taste of Simon Pegg as Scotty, wee Scotty, downstairs in the engine room of the USS Enterprise.
Yes.
When it first launched. This is a sneak preview. No one else has heard this, no one else has seen this. This is exciting. At home, you might want to set your machine to record this, OK? I'm sure this will be all over the internet on YouTube, but you were lucky enough to be in the room when this happened, OK? It's one of those moments that you're going to want to remember and tell your grandchildren you were here for this, the first unveiling of... It's like, imagine De Niro doing a little bit of Raging Bull. Remember that? Hey, you're looking at me. No, that was the other one. But you know what I mean? Like a moment like that. So if you're ready.
OK.
Or Webby Coltrane doing Hagrid for the first time, a big thing like that.
OK. This could get me in a lot of trouble. And that's him coughing.
The death scene from Star Trek, the beginning. Mr. Simon Pegg, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
Ask for him by name. That was great fun. Thank you so much. Well done. Good stuff. Sorry about the dancing.
Thank you.